Hello fellow sailors, I hope you guys are having a good winter. I have a Beneteau 2007 343. It has a Yanmar 3YM30 engine in it, and I have to do a little bit of a project that I thought some people may find interesting. I had developed a leak on my closed water cooling system, and through the help of people online was able to discover that the filler neck had gotten cracks in it. And I know a lot of other people have had similar issue. So I tried to patch it, which worked for a little while, but more cracks formed and it kept leaking. So I realized I have to take the manifold out of the boat and replace the filler neck. And that's what this is all about. So I was able to take a hacksaw and just saw inside this copper ring and drive that out gently. Then the filler neck, actually grabbing it with vice grips, was able to just kind of twist it out of there. It wasn't really in very tightly otherwise. I've used this opportunity to really clean everything. I soaked the manifold in some descaling fluid. I've taken out the heat exchanger and cleaned it as well. Made sure that these tubes are all open and clear so that the boat will cool more efficiently. I discovered that my impeller wheel had lost some fins, which I did find right at the beginning of the heat exchanger unit. So I've been able to clean all that. I'm going to replace all these parts. A brand new impeller wheel. We have new gaskets for the exhaust manifold and the exhaust elbow. I have new rubber O-rings when I put the heat exchanger back together. And of course everything is super clean. This is the manifold. It's a little bit of a job getting it out of the boat, but it's going to hopefully be a good repair when we're done, and I won't have any more leak of the coolant system, or coolant fluid. So here is the new filler neck, and we're going to try to epoxy it in here with some JB Weld, which a lot of people have suggested works fairly well. So that's what I'm intending to do. That can kind of push in pretty easily. I don't really think I need much of a press for that. Some people are talking about getting special sized presses, that would push this in without bending that little raised ridge where the cap seals. And once that's in nice and tight like that, then the next job is to drive this copper ring in there. And you have to put it in, it kind of expands out and tightens this in. And I'm going to use a socket, I believe, for that to just kind of gently drive that down. So first is going to be JB Weld, and then set that in, and then next will be to drive this ring in, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it will solve the problem. So this is the finished product. The filler neck went in fairly straightforwardly, just kind of set it in there on the JB Weld, and you can see the nice bead of JB Weld there that set for 24 plus hours, but it's all cured now. And we have that little copper ring that I was able to just gently drive that down with this 13/16 socket fit in there, and this very gentle tapping with the hammer to kind of get it down just a bit below this raised ridge, so that when you put the cap on, the rubber will make a nice tight seal there like it's supposed to do. So that's a new filler neck. Hopefully, a nice tight seal in there and won't leak. As I mentioned, I got a chance to clean everything up. The heat exchanger, you can see how clean the tubes are. We soaked it in the barnacle buster stuff, actually West Marine's variety of that, and then I put like a pipe cleaner through each of the holes and got them nice and clean, so it will insert back into the manifold there. And then you have to, of course, line up the holes perfectly, and there will be these new rubber gaskets on the ends that we put. There's 4 of them, and these washers have to be fit correctly. And I think that what I'll do is probably put some Permatex on there just to make help the seal. But that should be the project, and then you just have to get this back into the boat and put the long life coolant in there, and remember to change it in another 2 years, I think. So that's the project, guys. Wish me luck this spring.